Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Josie and this is my very first pregnancy vlog. So if you want to know how my first trimester went, please keep watching. So yeah guys, I am expecting and I can't truly tell you how excited I am. This is my very first pregnancy and so I just want to take you guys along with me on my pregnancy journey and share with you everything that I went through the past couple months and anything that I'm going to go through in the next upcoming months. I know pregnancy is different for every other girl, so sometimes we have all the same symptoms, sometimes we have different symptoms that we never even knew that you could have. So hopefully you guys come along with me on my pregnancy journey. Yeah, so let's get into this video. Okay, so how I found out, or like how I knew that I was pregnant, I kind of found out really early. I basically knew the day before I was gonna start my period, but I didn't really think so much of it because I technically had like all the period symptoms, like symptoms you would get when you're gonna start. I was like cramping, I was so tired, and I was bloated. But the only thing that kind of was like just a red flag for me was my breasts. They just didn't look like I was gonna start my period. Like they just looked so different. So I was like, okay, well, like something is up for sure. And I don't know, like something, like I just felt like in my heart that I was like, okay, like maybe I should just, you know, check. I don't know, like after like I saw like how like my breasts look and like I've been feeling kind of weird that week, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and like take the test. So I took it the day before I was gonna start my period, and then I took it in the morning, and right away positive lines showed up. Like I didn't even have to wait for like 3 minutes. It just popped up right away. And so that's how I knew. And I knew when I was like, I think like 4 weeks, or 5 weeks, 4 weeks or 5 weeks. But that's how I found out. So with the symptoms that I had from like my 4th to like 6th week, they're all like the same. Like I said, like I didn't really experience anything crazy yet because I was just feeling like what I would feel if I was going to be on my period. Like, you know, I was just tired, I was cramping a little bit, and I was just so bloated. But my breasts were very sore and tender, and then that's the only thing that I experienced like the first couple of weeks. And then after, I kid you not, after the 6th week, so when I was going into my 7th week, that's where it started to get a little bit harder for me. I started feeling so sick, like super sick. I felt so like I had so much nausea, and like I couldn't control control it sometimes, because it would suck, because like when I would be at work or even when I was driving, like the nausea would come out of nowhere and I would feel like I had to vomit, but I wouldn't vomit. So it was just really hard. And then when necessarily like I had morning sickness, it was more towards like the afternoon. So my nausea started coming around like maybe like lunchtime, towards when I had to go to bed. It would only come when I was really hungry, you can say, or yeah, like I needed to eat something. Other than that, it just wouldn't like go away. Like it was really hard for me. I couldn't really eat anything because I just felt so sick. Nothing seemed appetizing, or anything I would eat just made me want to like throw it up, but I wouldn't throw it up. So that was the hard part. Occasionally when I did vomit, it would be because I ate something like burgers or steaks. In the beginning, in my first trimester, I couldn't eat no type of burgers, I couldn't eat steak. I actually had a lot of food aversions, such as like healthy foods. I didn't eat I hated grilled chicken. I hated anything green, such as salads and broccoli or veggies, any type of healthy thing I wanted to avoid because it just made me feel so sick to my stomach. Like if I saw it or even if I thought of it, I felt like I wanted to vomit. So it kind of sucked because being pregnant, you should be eating healthy and stuff, but I kid you not, in the beginning of my first trimester, I couldn't eat healthy at all. The only thing that I could actually hold down and made me feel better was carbs. I ate like a lot of saltines, I ate a lot of noodles, rice. So that was the only thing that could hold my food down and didn't make me feel like I had to throw it up. So other than that, for the nausea, what really did help me is I drank a lot of ginger ale and Sprite. It really helped with like the gagging and like me feeling sick. It would help it go away for the moment. And the only thing I did crave though was like a lot of orange juice. I really liked orange juice, not even in the morning but throughout the day, and sometimes water. Like I really didn't want to eat anything or drink anything healthy. Like I just wanted to eat or drink and eat stuff that was bad for me. And I'm not the type of person to drink soda, so the fact that I was drinking Sprite all the time was kind of weird for me. But it's the only thing that made me feel so much better. So other than drinking orange juice, I didn't crave anything. Like I just didn't even want to eat, but of course I had to force myself to eat for me to get through the day. So cravings in my first trimester did not happen. So that was from like the 7th to the 11th week. So in my first trimester, I also didn't get to do like my first prenatal checkup. It was more in the holiday time, so I don't know if like the hospital was just busy around that time, because they would schedule me but then they would cancel and then they would reschedule. So I didn't get to do like the first trimester prenatal checkup, because usually I believe like the norm is to see your doctor around like 8 weeks, I think, but I didn't get to do that. I went to my first doctor's appointment was when I was 14 weeks, I believe, and I was already into my second trimester. That was kind of hard for me too, because they say like the first trimester is very fragile and like you're very delicate at the time, because that's more likely to miscarry. So I was very paranoid and scared around that time, because I wasn't sure, like if the baby was okay, if I'm okay, if everything was okay. I didn't get that reassurance until my sister, she had an at-home fetal Doppler, and basically what that is you get to hear the baby's heartbeat. So she had one at home already, and we wanted to try it on me, and I was maybe like 10 weeks going onto my 11th week, and she wanted to see if we could find my baby's heartbeat around that time. And we didn't really think much of it, because we didn't really know if it was too early to hear it through an at-home fetal Doppler. So we still gave it a shot. We found the baby's heartbeat. She found it right away. And when I heard the baby's heartbeat, I was so happy. I was actually very amazed and kind of like, I was just wowed about it. I was just like, oh my gosh, like there's actually a baby in my stomach. Like I'm just like, this is real. This is actually happening. So as soon as I heard my baby's heartbeat for the first time, it was like a game changer. It was kind of like, oh my goodness, like this is really happening. Like I'm actually having a baby. So that was, out of like my first trimester, that was probably the number one thing that I was so happy about, because me being sick and stuff, I just didn't really enjoy that. But towards the end of my first trimester, around my 12th week, all of like my symptoms, such as being nausea, being so tired all the time, and it faded away. So I wasn't as tired anymore. I actually got my energy back, and then I had no nausea anymore, and I could eat again. I could eat foods that I wouldn't necessarily want to eat, but I didn't eat burgers and steaks. Like I stopped eating that. Like after I threw it up a couple times, even till right now, I still do not want to eat it, just because like I guess I'm traumatized by throwing that up, so I don't like eating, I kind of like stay away from burgers and steaks as much as I can. But yeah, I don't really eat that. But I was really happy that all like my symptoms started fading away once I was entering my second trimester. So right now I'm already like far into my second trimester. I'm around 20 to 21 weeks, I think. So I just wanted to share with you guys my first trimester and let you know how it went for me. Maybe some of you guys also felt the same experience that I felt, but and then it went away towards your second trimester. And it's funny because I read a lot of articles around that time that the first trimester is always the worst, and then your third trimester is always the worst, and the second trimester is such a breeze for you. But yeah, I truly believe that my first trimester wasn't the best experience. However, it really was worth everything as soon as I heard my baby's heartbeat. And yeah, so I hope that you enjoy this video, and I hope you guys continue to come along with me on my pregnancy journey. As soon as my second trimester is over, I'll give you guys a recap of that, and I'll also be doing vlogs of anything that has to do with like babies and stuff. Like if I go shopping, I'll do baby shopping hauls and all of that stuff. I'm also going to be doing like lifestyle vlogs, so like just my daily life stuff and like other shopping hauls that I do or that I shop for and all that stuff. So keep a lookout for those. But yeah, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye.